was set in 1913.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Cape
Yesterday's
Weather
low
Weather Center
temperature
here.
was
I'm going to go ahead and
64.
mute the weather radio here for a minute. So, at this current time, we do got a lot of things going on. Overnight, we did get a lot of, especially for you that have weather radios, we've had a lot of, well, severe weather that ran through here. Or not severe weather, but mostly just flash floods, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove our weather headlines because apparently those are intercepting everything else, and I gotta fix that. That's quite all right. But anyway, I'm gonna bring you to our main screen over here. This is what we're seeing. We got a big, strong area of strong to severe thunderstorms going on at the current time. And this is really going to be the main key to why we're seeing some flash flooding here. So at this current time, if we go down, we can see we got a lot of storm tracks. Even looks like this one's trying to produce a hook echo, trying to get a tornado started. So we do have to keep an eye on that. And what happened to my map? Oh boy, I did not want that. Is it Z that does it? Yes. Run through our map configurations, get that set back to the one that I had it at. Come on, where's the satellite? Satellite, please. Thank you. But yeah, so we are going to keep an eye on that, especially as we got some storms trying to fire up, especially some storm tracks, stuff like that going on down here. Some radar noise right here. It's trying to register, but it's too close to the radar to register, I guess. But at this time, we got a bunch of alerts. We got a flood warning. We got more flood warnings. What set off our radios here at the studio here was those flash flood warnings. So if I go back here and show you back on my camera what we got overnight here. So if I go back into our alert history, we do have the flash flood warning. Let's see how many we have. One. Okay, so we had one, two, and two. Because then after that it goes back to the required weekly test. I think here we could have a chance of seeing another one, and if that's the case, it may go over the weather radios. So that's something to pay attention to. We have a special weather statement for Lincoln County out there as well. I'm going to go ahead and move over there. We'll see what's going on here. Special weather statement. Special weather statement issued. Wow, does not give me any information on that. That's amazing. um. Oh, they forgot to include the description on that. Okay, that's not my fault, but anyway, I'll go ahead and show you your day one severe weather outlook. Thunderstorms only really expected at this time. Going over your tornado outlook, 0 to 5, at all, really. Wind outlook here, 0 out of 5. Not really going to be seeing anything really. Hail outlook once again, 0 out of 5. And that's overall what we're seeing for your day one severe weather outlook. If we go ahead and go to the sky cams right now, we can see, excuse me, you aren't doing your job. There we go. I-680 Blair High Road. It's got a lot of rain. There's some light traffic, but mostly just the rain we're talking about here. Overcast skies. I-680 Winninghoff Road. Some light traffic, overcast skies. Still got a lot of rain pouring in on a lot of these camera areas. We got a lot of reports coming in for heavy rain. I-680 Fort Street, overcast skies here. Got some construction still out there. I-680 Maple Street, got a lot of traffic heading out there. But still seems to be mostly cloudy with a lot of rain. I can see it out there. I-680 Highway 133, we're just here. Yep, still just as rainy as it was from the last update here. So I'm guessing that did not update at all. But overall, what we're going to see here is I'm going to move you back to the KLNX radar. So this is what we're seeing out here. We got some storms forming, and we got even a minor supercell forming here. So we got to keep an eye on that for possibility of severe weather later on, which if I go to KUEX, then we can see the full picture. We got this big supercell trying to form here, even going all the way around, hooking with a big captain hook here. I don't know what that's about. But then we got a huge storm up here. A lot of more storm tracks down here, probably because this down here is probably a lot more severe than what we're seeing up here in eastern Nebraska compared to northeastern Kansas here. which we do. We have flood warnings down here. Uh, then we are also under a flood watch going on until 10 a.m. this morning. So got all this time to be looking out for stuff like that. But overall, that's what we're seeing across the state right now. All this is really going to be supposed to move. Oh, this is like rotating around. So places that have already been hit by rain might get hit just by the same storm once again. So that's what we're probably going to be seeing right now at this current time. Um, at least from what I know right now, because these are the latest radar updates from the National Weather Service. So otherwise, that is going to be this full update for today, I suppose. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of flash flooding possible. There's a lot of this and that. We could have total washout, just like yesterday, which we already did yesterday. And then on top of that, I also do want to remind you, or not remind you, bring you over the topic that is, it seems we're all a lot to be talking about what's going on here. So this year, we're about to have a polar vortex disruption. And what that means is usually there's a polar vortex that goes on at the top of the atmosphere. Here, I am going to pull up weather-wise while I talk about this so I can show you more in detail what we're going off of. So what that means is I'll show you here in a minute, because it does mean we could get a lot of wintry conditions, a lot of stuff pretty early. And yeah, so okay, now I can switch over. If let's see if my window capture is gonna work. Oh yeah, it is. I just gotta zoom it out. Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on. Would the IEM bot shut up, please? There we go. And now if I there. But so if I show you here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's going on. So right now, if I switch over, we do have a lot of moisture. We do have a lot of stuff like that, and this is what we were looking at earlier for a lot of you. So we're on composite radar. But what I'm going to talk about on this screen is our like actual. So what's going on? So with this, basically, I can't zoom out to the full Earth view like a lot of you can on WeatherWise, because I don't have WeatherWise Plus because we kind of switched to Supercell WX. But if I can grab my drawing tool, usually there's a polar vortex that goes. What did that just do? Usually there's a polar vortex that is somewhere right up here. Usually that's all just keeping everything up there, up in the north, especially closer to the North Pole, making everything pretty cold up there. But this year it could disrupt, meaning this thing could go further south, meaning all this area up here that could get colder is going to be getting even worse, meaning this is going to go down south, meaning what we're going to see here is all of this stuff, including Canada up here, which was already cold enough during winter. I'd say right about there is going to be where our line sits for people that are going to be in extreme cold. If you had a bad winter last year, just wait until this winter. And this could be coming early as well. So we also do have to pay attention to that. But areas like, well, a lot of these areas. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to shade this all in. Try to at least. Like that whole area right up there is going to be seeing a new wave of just cold. And that does include our little state here in Nebraska. Now, it does get extremely cold here, and it does turn into a wintry tundra here in Nebraska. So I don't know what it's going to be like this year, but it's probably going to be a hellhole. But anyway, that's my weather update for today. Stay tuned to the 24/7 weather if you need to. And, well, I guess I'll resume you back to your regular scheduled programming. But there's a lot of flash flooding, and then we also have the topic of winter weather to discuss in the further future. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. And I'm severe weather coverage official Caleb Beeson. Back to your 24/7 weather.
And flood-prone locations is imminent or occurring. Streams continue to rise due to excess runoff from earlier rainfall. Additional details at 6:39 a.m. Heavy rainfall overnight has led to a rapid rise on North Oak Creek, with minor flood stage exceeded at Valparaiso. Downstream flooding is